הנה מה טוב הוא מהחיים שווים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב הוא מהחיים שווים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב הוא מהחיים שווים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב הוא מהחיים שווים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב הוא מהחיים שווים גם יחד. The Baal Shem Tov used to live in the middle of the forest. And when he heard his people, his community, were in danger, he would get dressed, he would leave his house in the middle of the forest, he would walk a while through the forest, go to the lake, go around the lake, and reach a tree. And there under the tree, he would pray for the safety of his people and tell stories. And his people were saved. The Baal Shem Tov's son lived in that same house. And when his people were in trouble, he would get dressed, go through the forest, go around the lake, and he would say, Hashem, Hashem, God of our parents, I know where the forest is and I know where the lake is, but I don't know where the tree is. And this will have to suffice. And he stood there and he prayed and he told stories and his people were saved. And then the grandson, not the great, but the grandson of the Baal Shem Tov, when his people were in trouble, he still was in that same house. And he would leave his house, go through the forest, go around the lake, and he wouldn't even know where to stop around the lake. And he'd say, Hashem, I do not know where the tree is, the sacred tree, and I do not know where to stop around the lake. But he prayed and he told stories and his people were saved. Then the great-grandson of the Baal Shem Tov, when his people were in trouble, he would get dressed in his house, he would go through the forest, and he would stop and say, Hashem, I have forgotten where the tree is. I've forgotten where on the lake I'm supposed to stop. I even have forgotten where the lake is. But this will have to suffice. And he stood there and prayed and told stories. And his people were saved. And then the great-grandson of the Baal Shem Tov, when his people were in trouble, he would get up in his house and he'd get dressed and he'd leave his house and he wouldn't even know where the forest was, and he'd look up to the heavens and he said, Hashem, I do not know where the sacred tree, I do not know where the lake is, I do not know where to stop on the lake, and I can't even find the right part of the forest. But I do remember the story, and that will have to suffice. And it was. And his people were saved. Why, you might ask? Even he forgot the tree, the sacred tree, and he forgot the lake, and he forgot even the forest. But he remembered the story. And Hashem saved his community because more than anything else, Hashem loves stories. Now, in a few days, we will, as a people, be finishing our story, or at least the Torah part of it. And whenever you finish a book, or you finish a narrative, or you finish a story, especially if it's a long story, that's very fascinating. It has drama, it's funny, it's sad, we laughed, we cried. When it reaches the end, it's a little bit sad. It's a little bit closure, but it's a little bit sad. It's like anything that we love so much that's coming to an end. So, we did the only thing we could. We created a big party called Simcha Torah to dance with the Torah and to love the Torah. Like Rufi is dancing around here. And we dance with the Torah, and we open the Torah, and we look at it, and we hug it, and we kiss it. And we finish reading the Torah all at the end. I won't give you a spoiler how it ends, but I'll give you a hint. It's very bittersweet. But that's not all. Because right then, right when we finish and we go, I'm so sad that it's over. I love this story so much. Why can't we just finish it and then start right up? That's what we do. We finish reading the Torah, and we roll up, and we start right again that same night in the beginning, where everything is just being created. It's like your best, favoriteest show, binge watching on any streaming service you have. You love it so much with all the characters. Avram, Sarai, Moshe, Miriam, all of them. Because every time we read the story, they become alive inside of us. So we can't wait to do it again. So, who cares about deferred gratification? We start right in again. I want that second scoop of ice cream right now. And you know what? You get it right now. So enjoy dancing with the Torah. Whether it be a Megillah, a parchment Torah, or a stuffed Torah, or a Torah that you have in your imagination. Do a little dance. And then start enjoying the story again. So to all you story lovers out there, enjoy yourself, be well, be safe, Chag Sameach, and Shabbat Shalom.